Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting my video around midday, and I'm Ken. I'm coming live from East Africa, Kenya. The last time I came, I did a video and I said I was gonna be back, but I never came back. It's very rainy over here, but today I'm here again. It's very clear, and the sun is is it sunning, or yeah, something like that. So that was me and my dad. We were trying to make the cow shed, because that's part of my journey on this platform. I'm trying to document a whole life, is it all life or a whole history of me just trying to keep cattle, especially the dairy ones. So currently we are having only 2 dairy cattle, because the 2 that we are having were the first one that we attained. Then we added one, and unfortunately she passed away. And I think I also explained on what happened, and I even because we skinned it and we are still keeping the hide, and that's what we'll be doing as years goes by. We'll be trying to keep as many hides and skins as possible, because maybe along the way, maybe someone will need them or might need them, and will be in the perfect position to supply him or her. So I think let me just go and show you the hide. So it was very unfortunate. We don't intend to skin them, but once maybe maybe one life is lost, maybe for one calf, we keep the hide also as part of the history. So this is the hide over here. It's very clean, perfect condition, perfect shape, and these are just the leather. So maybe one day someone might be very in need of them. Yeah, so the cow shed that I've just shown you, because there was some part of it that was broken. I wonder if you've ever seen some parts of roof where people try to bind timbers together, so usually they overlap on each other. So that part is where that was the part that was broken. So we were just making it so that the cow shed lasts. And the cow shed can hold up to 10 cows, 10 dairy cows, 10 big cows. So what that means is we only need to have 5 calves. We had 3, but we lost one, so we have 2. So we only need to attain 3 more calves, good calves that can really because it's a dairy farm, so the calves must be of good quality, whether it's Fresian or Hampshire. They're usually 4 types, yeah. So I think I also learn on the way as we move. So if we attain 5 calves, and they don't usually take long, maybe 3 years if you feed them very well, 3 years, and you'll have 10 dairy cows, yeah. So that's the plan. And also because of that, we are also trying to collect as much manure as possible, because also as we collect, we keep the cow shed clean, free from pests, things like ticks. Ticks love them, yeah. So earlier, before I attained some of the manure from the cow shed, and let me just show you, because we are also trying to make a space. I think I've already shown you where we cleared. We are halfway there. We are halfway finishing, because clearing a bush and also uprooting the roots isn't a piece of cake, guys. It's really tough, so you have to take your time. But what's good is that we are almost finishing. We are halfway through. So once we are through, I'll take you guys over there and also see the progress. But because we want to plant some grass for the cows that we are planning to keep, we have a section just inside the compound where we've planted a few of those grasses that we want, so that we can make more, how do I say it, because as the grass grow, they're just napier grass. As they grow, if you cut the stem and plant it, it grows again. So what we need is just for the grass to grow tall, and cut the stems and go and transplant it where we are trying to make a space. So these are the grass. This is how they look. Yes, so we are planning to plant two types of grass. This one, which is napier grass, and also one which is hay, and both cows really love them. So we have one guy whom we'll go to and attain the seeds for the hay, so that we can also plant them in a section, so that they can also grow and also plant them in the fields. So on this napier grass, I placed some manure. If you see, the darker heaps you're seeing are manure. So it extends all the way to that fence you're seeing over there. So we only need them to grow. Cut the stem. Let me show you what the stems look like. So these are the stems. Yeah, these are how the stems look. So if you cut it and plant it when it's standing, because you know it's growing upside. If you put it like this, it won't grow. So you plant it while it's upright, so that it can grow. So these are what we need. So we are calculating by the time we finish making the field, uprooting all the roots, this grass will have grown to the required size that we want. Then we'll be able to attain these stems of them, so that we can plant them. Yeah, so I think as time goes, it will make more sense. Maybe, you know, when you're starting something, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, but I think when we reach when we do like 50% of whatever I'm saying over here, it will really make sense. Just like because you know, this one is a part of making a home, because we've been building for the past 5 months, not more than 7 months, and keeping cattle, those are just making it a home, a place where now people can stay. And I'm also happy that because I started the journey of planting trees, they were pine trees, and Mr. Molin, is it Molin or Molyneux? So if you're watching, maybe you can I think it's Molyneux. Yeah, he told me that he has researched about the pine trees, and they take 2 decades to really mature, but they can mature maybe, let's say, 15 years. So initially I said I was gonna plant as many of them, as possible, but I also changed my mind. I wanna plant a lot of pine trees and also plant some other trees. So I'm currently in the process of attaining seeds for cypress trees. Today is on a Friday, because I'm coming live from East Africa in Kenya. So by Sunday I'll be able to attain the seeds, so that I can share with you guys and plant them on the seed bed immediately, because you know, time isn't on our side. So for the pine trees, I've planted 200 trees already, and those are the ones that have planted, have taken out of the seed bed. There are still some remaining, probably around even 500 trees. There are so many. So these are the 200 pine trees, the ones on these are banana trees. So I placed them just in front of our house, so they are just here. Some are over here. because this is where I usually just sit whenever I'm free. Just come over here, start putting them. So these ones, and also there are some over here. So these ones were the last one I planted. Yeah, so those were the first, these were the second, and if you see there's a space, these were the third. So I'm putting them into groups so that I can easily monitor them and also water them, because if you put them in one place, watering them is usually hard, because let's say if you want to pour water in the one that it's in the middle, so it's always tough. So it's so nice that I've planted 200. I'm done with the 200, and what I'll do so that I can plant more is just to get more bags, because I've been using these bags. You know, I'm in our village, and in our village the nearest hometown is like 2 to 3 minutes on a motorbike, and they are not available because I really looked for them. So the only place that I can attain them is either from Kisumu, which is the nearest city, and Nairobi, which is the capital city. So the guys that I usually communicate with, they get them from Nairobi. So that's where, if I want, I order some and go get them through them, because they usually get them in very large quantities or in more quantities. So if I add mine to theirs, it's easy to attain from the factory, because you know they usually come straight. If you look at it, it's this bag is manufactured for seedling use only. So the address is this address, Nairobi. So it's, in short, they just come from Nairobi. It's a factory which is Packing Industries Limited. I think that's the factory. Yeah. So I'm gonna attain 500 more bags so that I'll be able to complete my journey with the pine trees. Then the next step, whatever I've done now isn't hard. The hardest part actually, because this is my first time planting many trees alone. The first time I planted trees, we were with my dad. It was 2019. That was like 6 years ago, and they were eucalyptus trees. That's why you see me not planting any eucalyptus trees now, because we had already planted them. Now they are really tall. They are just down at our farm, just a small forest. And planting this one will be the hardest, because there are so many. So if I dig like almost 1,000 holes, that's a lot of work. But I'll just get a few people to help so that we can complete the job very fast. So for the cypress trees, I think for the seeds, I'll work on that for these 2 days. Today's on a Friday, so I'm only remaining with tomorrow. Then on Sunday I should share with you on the seeds, then plant them immediately. Yeah, so I'm very happy. I'm complete with the pine trees. I'll plant them, some in front of the compound, because also now, because of the rain, we are trying to plant grass, this type of grass, this type of serrated ones, and let me show you how we've done it. So since last, because usually my mom plants them, so she started on this side. So you see how, let me just show you, because no, she clears the place. Actually we cleared, and she plants them in lines. So you have to unweed, because these are weeds. If you look keenly, these are weeds, then the grass. So let me show you a place that is really clear. So if you look at this part, you see they are in straight lines. Yeah, so she has planted all the way up there. She's over there still planting. She has planted this other part. So usually it's not really easy to plant grass. It's usually not easy in a place maybe this size, a compound this size. If you give it to someone to plant, because we are in the village, maybe it can be cheap, but it can be around $300. Yeah, because you plant one section, it grows, you take out some grass, plant another section, it grows, you also take grass, plant some section, so that way until you cover the whole place. So probably it can take like 2 or 3 months. For us it has taken like I think heading to 5 months now, 6 even. Yeah, because the grass, you have to be patient for the grass to grow so that you can take up some grass. But what I love with this grass is it's usually drought resistant. So even if it don't rain for like even 2 weeks with no rain, the grass will still be green. Yeah, so it's a work in progress. I'm starting to realize that making a home, it's very hard. It's not easy. Very hard. Yeah, so but it's a good thing we are halfway there. We still have some flowers to plant. We still have, I don't know which type of flower is this, but this is my favorite flower so far, and we have 2 of them. It really looks nice. Just look at the color, and I think it's still small, so I'm waiting for it to grow and see how it looks. And also Mr. Molyneux, yeah, she said that I should plant some mangoes which are tall, which grows tall, and I think I'm gonna look for a mango. Maybe I'll plant probably 3 or 4, and I think there will be a lot because we still have 2 that grows tall. They haven't produced any mango fruit yet. They're still small, but they grow tall. So they are in front of the gate, so they are over here. They are just on the fence. Yeah, so I think these ones grow really tall because the one we planted is very short, even shorter than this, and it has already produced a mango fruit. So this one is a mango fruit. It grows very tall. And also this one, sometimes when this one is also a mango tree. Yeah, and this one is a guava tree. Sometimes when I just sit in the compound, I usually see children from school, because there's a path heading to our main gate, which makes these paths easily accessible by the people walking. So sometimes I see kids from school usually just come, because this is the road. They usually come to pick up some guava trees, I think, which is so nice. It usually makes me happier, because at least our home is becoming a home where people love. So this is our road, our village road, yeah, which was made. It's really looking nice. They haven't come yet to separate it, because they should come, and I said you won't really find people complaining, because people have been really waiting for the tarmac road for the longest time. So if you give them and you don't divide it for the left or right side, they still won't complain. But they should come. uh, so the guy thought maybe I wanted to board. Yeah, so the part that is below is where the farms are, and also the part where I'll be planting my pine trees. Some I'll plant on the residential part, but some I'll also be planting over here. Yeah, so this mango tree, as I've said, I've just told you that children usually come and pick these guavas. So I also know once these mango trees grow, and you know mango trees usually produce a lot of mangoes, especially these ones, the local ones. We usually call them locals because they grow tall and they produce not really big mangoes, just small mangoes, but a lot. So I know once they grow and they produce mango fruits, children will still come, because you know it's they are like outside, they are inside the compound but also outside at the same time. And there are two, you can imagine. So if they ripe at the same time, you know mango trees are yellow, so they are, you can see them from far away. Yeah, so I'm really waiting for that part. You know, there are no children in the homestead unless I have one, or I saw one. Yeah, so I think for the meantime they'll be the one to eat. Yeah, so some of our calves are still eating. They usually just eat in the compound. We only have to give them during the drought, or maybe during the period where we have low rainfall. We only have to give them grass, whether it's hay or napier grass in the morning. Then maybe throw maybe until maybe from 7 to 9. Then just leave them, because they also know their places where they drink water. So we don't just take them, they know. So there are some points in the compound where we put them for them water, so they just know, they just go over there when they are thirsty and drink. Yeah, so it's very nice, it's very cool, quiet, calm. You know, I'm seeing it's almost turning dark. The sky is also almost turning dark. That means it's almost raining. And I have only one issue maybe to address today. It isn't really an issue, but it's something that can be easily sorted, because it's raining. And the last project we did was just to find a way of harvesting water on our dream house, or on our upcoming house. So we constructed a place for the tank and also installed some gutters. But the bad thing is, the gutter that we placed isn't harvesting enough water for the tank, because the tank we have and also the tank for my grandma, they are the same size. But for my grandma, it's almost full, it's halfway full. Ours is still a quarter full. And the day we were placing the gutters, we noticed that the gutter was on the wrong side. For the people who've placed the gutter, they usually a part where maybe I could have shown you, but there's usually a way, if you place it, it sticks. It's very hard to explain if you don't see it. And you can't really see it because we have already placed it, it's on top. So currently it's harvesting little rain, and what we should do is add more gutter. That's now the solution to the problem. Yeah, so our tank isn't getting full, because the first time I did a video with you guys was I think a week ago. So since last week, our tank is like only halfway. So this guy is resting. Yeah, so You see where it's almost here. You see, it's around here. So it is not getting full because of the, I don't know whether I should climb up. Let me just climb up because we have a ladder so that I can show you. No, it's easier if it's easier if I explain while you are seeing it rather than just talking. So let me just take up these one ladders. There are even two. This one is a little bit short. We have that one is also short, so they cut it, but we have another one. Don't know if it's around, but I want to show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So let me just look for the ladder and climb back. Yeah, so this is finally got it. So let me just show you what's happening. Yeah, so you see the gutter, and there's some dust. You know what you see is dust because it was dusty because we've just come from the dry season, so the sheet was a little bit dusty. So that's why we usually clean our tank oftenly so that we can remove this dust. So the problem is gutters usually have this part. See how this part is looks like, and also this part that is bending. Yeah, so this part should be the this part that is bending should be the one outside, while this part should be the one inside, because I don't know if can I remove it. Yeah, yes, because if you see that you see this part, that part that is pointing down, the part with the space should go, this part should go inside it and hold it, because for now it's this part can't really go inside. If you see, I hope you're now getting what I'm trying to say. This part can't really go in between this space. It's only this part that can go in that between that space. So we placed we noticed it after we had already placed the tank. So the only possible solution is to turn it the other way, meaning the tank should be on this side so that it can fit, so that it can harvest water so well and fill in the tank. That's the only solution. And also there is one solution of adding more gutters. So we should put one gutter on this side. We never wanted to do that. We never wanted to put this gutter on this side because we never had the equipment to cut it. Yes. So if we would have had the equipment, we would have placed it on this side and it could have fit the way it's meant to. But since we never had the equipment, we placed it with my dad. I think I also shared the video. We realized after we had already installed it the way it is. So I'm sharing this because we usually share our progress, and also I also like to share the challenges that we face. So I think those are some of the, it's not really a challenge, it's only getting some gutters, fixing it, which is easy, which is not that hard. But what I'm just trying to do is just to share some of the challenges that we are facing as we build. Some of you might take it in a bad way, because I usually see the posts or comments, some people saying that maybe we are waiting for some people maybe to help, which isn't the case. This is just a story or a documentary. Documentaries usually have the bad side and also the good side as they move on. So that's what we are gonna work on. We thought we had already closed with the harvesting of water, but it seems our gutters aren't really collecting enough water as we want, because we are in the rainy season. I can't imagine the periods where the rainfall will be low. It means we won't have water, we'll run out of water. So we should fix it as soon as possible and collect water during this period, so that we can prepare for the rainy days, you know. Rainy days in quotes. People think that rainy days are the good days. Rainy days also means bad days, those days that you really need something and you can't have it. For example, you need water and you don't have it. So if you prepare yourself for the rainy days, which is the bad days, you'll have water. But if you don't prepare for the rainy days, you won't have water. So rainy days don't usually means that the good days, yeah. And also for the trees that I'm planting, I'm also preparing for the rainy days, which means I'm preparing for the tough days, the days that I'll be really need for timber. And if I prepare now, I'll have them easily. I will not bother trying to look for a timber. I'll just wake up, because also one of you guys also commented that I should get a power saw. So I asked around, because you know I usually take your comments seriously. So I asked around, and one power saw goes for $1,000, around that price range. You can get between 800 maybe to $1,200. So it's not really cheap, but it's a work in progress. So I'll also want, maybe one day, if I really need timber, just wake up and go to the farm and cut and do whatever I want to do with the timber. So that's also a part of preparing for the rainy days. So I think for the gutters, once we find a solution and place them, because if we place them now, we are gonna have to look for a person who can cut them, because you know our house has a lot of corners. It's cornery. So we have to look for a professional who has the equipment to cut the gutter and fix them, because if you buy them in feet, and some parts of our house, like this part, is short. So if you look at this part is short, this part is even shorter. So you won't really go to the warehouse and find a gutter this short. So this one you have to customize at home by yourself. So once we do that, we will be in a perfect position, because I also thought we had finished with harvesting what as I've said, but it looks like we haven't. Maybe we are halfway, but those are some of the things that happen. It's usually a bumpy road, but we are focusing on the finishing line, yeah. So that's why we are trying as much as possible, and also to share with you guys outside there. Maybe if you're doing it now, you can not go through the same challenge that we are going through, because if I mention it earlier before you do it, you will not do it, yeah. So yeah, I think that one will fix it. Maybe in some few weeks I'll be able to also come here and just share how we've gone about it, and hopefully we'll be successful, yeah. So that's it. And so far anything else is perfectly good. There's nothing actually. Even the gutter, it's not that it's really bad, it's still collecting water. The only problem is it's collecting less water, not the way it's intended to. So anything else, everything is good. everything is in a perfect condition. It's usually because we even face the same problem with the windows, but if you look now, everything is sorted out, everything is looking good, in a perfect condition, perfect shape. I mean, just like the gutters, I know in some few weeks we will sort out the issue. Yes, so I think that will do for today. I think I'm gonna end my video today. I'm having an opportunity to end the video. No, the last time things went left instead of going right. Yeah. So I usually say take care of yourself, and wherever you are, stay safe, and let's meet in my next video. Bye bye.